and a 36 pick.
Yeah, that's fair enough for Bell. Who's going to pay that up? Tampa Bay has that on the books?
Well, I mean, it's going to be the negotiation as Bell goes to Tampa Bay. What does Tampa Bay got to offer?
Who else would you see be able to take Bell right now in the league? Tennessee?
Tennessee, I'd have to see their cap space. I mean,
who has a place for Bell in the league is what I'm saying.
Anyone has a place for Bell. It's just about what you want to pay for Bell. So, I mean, Bell is on the market. There is no question. Pittsburgh's moving him out of there. I'm going to say in the next couple of weeks here, you're going to see Bell on a new roster. And I think it's going to be a win-now mentality team that's going to reach out for Bell. Because, I mean...
Or maybe it's a team on a rebuild, like a Seahawks.
That is a good landing spot. Wow, I never even thought about Seattle. I mean, they could probably offer up a second round, and that's not hindering your future by giving up that second round.
Golf would be pretty happy with that.
No, if they got Le'Veon Bell in Seattle with Russell Wilson, healthy Alec Baldwin,
hand the money.
Maybe the Rams might be expecting Seattle just to be nipping a little bit for the next few games, right? I mean,
they're in it if that's the deal.
They're definitely in it.
Wow.
That puts them.
Are you listening, Seattle?
Go out there, get yourself some bells, and ring them hard because you're gonna be a different team if you got him and back up on top.
Absolutely.
So, got a question for you. Has Tom Belichick out?
Well. You know, I got an insider I speak to quite a bit, and the man's quite knowledgeable, and he hears things around and has his theories as well, and he listens to a lot of podcasts and the talk out there with Mad Dog and all those shows. And he was telling me the other day that Brady wants a divorce from Belichick.
Brady wants out, hey?
He wanted out this offseason. He's done with being told he's not good enough. That wasn't a good play. We could do that better. You get to improve here. He wants to enjoy the end of his days. He wants to have a good time. He wants to be surrounded by love and happiness. I mean, I know it's football, but you know that what I'm talking about.
Tom has done everything for this franchise. Without Tom, there is no Belichick. Without Belichick, there is no Tom. We got that. But Tom is like a Joe Montana. I mean, sure.
I think he's better. He took pay cuts to bring players in.
That's right. He never handcuffed the Patriots on any contract. He allowed them to negotiate with some of the best players to come in at that time. You got Corey Dillon, Randy Moss. I mean, that's one guy I feel so bad for because that was the team, the 18-0. They talked about it so much that they jinxed themselves. Randy Moss missed out on a Super Bowl. But yeah, Tom Brady always thought team first.
Yeah, so going back to the rumor, Belichick, in his wheeling and dealings, gets rid of Garoppolo and then goes and calls management and says, yeah, let's sign Tom. Let's put him, onto the package and we'll move forward with him. And Tom can't leave now because if he leaves, the Patriot fans will turn on him because they've got nobody. There's no Garoppolo. There's no successor to the GOAT.
Can you imagine that?
Handcuffed.
What? If Belichick is really doing that to Tom Brady, I'm blown away by this because, I mean, it's not out of the realm that Belichick would pull these kind of things because you see him in his media scrums. It's next man up. I mean, yeah, we do have a Tom Brady, but do you think the New England Patriots are Tom Brady? No. We're the New England Patriots.
Yep.
And where I'm Tom Brady going, no, that's 5 on my hand, and what other player do you have on this team that's got the 5 rings still? No, it's just me. I'm pretty sure it's just me. So, Tom Brady, like Joe Montana, is New England. Yeah. And without Tom Brady, that team is just going to be in a state of shock.
Oh, Can you imagine? Can you imagine Buffalo beating New England on a regular again?
Well, look at it right now. You got Miami up 3-0
Mm-hmm.
in that division, and you got the New England Patriots at 1-2.
Yeah.
Well,
One more loss, I think you will see this nastiness coming out. Brady loves to win.
They've had these starts before, going 1-2, going 0-2. They turn it around. This is where they turned it around and said, we're the New England Patriots. Let's see what they can do. Tom Brady is not the kind of guy that's going to sit back, even if he has got some questions about what he wants to do for the rest of his future. He said he wants to play into his 40s, so maybe he wants the trade out. Maybe he's just going to be like, you know what, I wash my hands this year. It's going to be interesting in New England.
Absolutely. Good, interesting to watch. And just a little bit north of there might be a strong breeze coming from the south.
Strong breeze coming from the south. What are you talking about, Big D?
Oh, Drew Brees and his merry bunch of men coming to visit the Giants. Almost a bye week for them, I think, right?
Well, I mean, that's never going to be the best matchup for the week. I mean, you're not going to see two juggernauts knocking it out, no. But Breeze coming in just off of his historic game where he surpassed Brett Favre for all-time completions, and I expect Drew Brees to be putting this ball in the air 40 times again.
Yeah, I think so. I'm maybe 3-4 touchdowns again.
Oh, definitely. And expect Kamara to be picking up on some of those touchdowns either through the air or on the ground.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing last year's phenom against this year's rookie.
It's going to be a good matchup. You got Kamara from last year putting up the yards for his rookie year, and you've got what they're saying to be the next Marshall Faulk in Barkley.
Yeah.
Well,
he can do everything. The most versatile running back ever to play so far.
I watched him last week, and where he was catching that ball out of the backfield, and he is versatile. He is definitely a 3-down back, and I'd like to see him put up a little more yards and a little more points. I mean, he's a rookie. He's going to have struggles.
Yep. And that's what I mean. The publications of the pressure that they're putting on him by calling him titles like that. Oh, the most versatile one we've seen so far. I mean, I see Gurley make some great passes. Zeke's making some passes in the flats. I mean, it's not... The running backs are being part
running
of the
backs
now.
have to be a / wide receiver now.
Absolutely.
They have to have the hands in order to last in this league. It's the evolution of that position. In order to be a 3-down back, you got to catch the ball.
Yeah, because it's still a passer's game.
That's right. And that's like we were talking about with Gurley early on. Gurley didn't put up the 200 yards rushing, or he didn't even break the 100-yard plateau on the ground. But he got himself 78 yards through the air. So he is that versatile back, just like they're talking about Barkley being the versatile back.
Yeah.
And then you got Kamara on the
Who's
other
also
side.
Mr. Versatility.
I mean, this guy is the number
Versatility.
1 running back in fantasy sports right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he is putting up the yards on both sides, through the air, on the ground.
Yep.
And I'm certain I project 3 touchdowns out of Kamara.
Whew. So is Breeze throwing them the touchdowns? Because I just said 3 or 4.
I think
What about-
Kamara's going to get at least 1.
Thomas is going to be hungry.
Thomas needs to get a touchdown. He had good yards last week, and with the overtime, got the extra points. But yeah, Thomas needs to put up a touchdown this week. Hey, Big D.
Hey, what's up?
You know what time it is?
No, what time is this?
It's my favorite time. It's time for Sucks to Suck.
Yeah.
So let's go back to number 1 on our list. You guys might be getting tired of hearing about him. I'm certainly getting tired of seeing this guy on the injury reserve. Joey Bosa.
No.
Sucks to suck. You're obviously sitting him on your bench. However you're doing it, I mean, you're not
going to keep him.
You're not going to move this guy, but
No.
I mean,
you unless you really have to.
I've heard he ain't come back until week 8.
I know. So what are you going to do with that guy?
You sit him for that long just so you can project your 1,000 points, your 1,500 points, like
If that.
maybe.
Week 8. Depends where the team is.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of dropping Ingram because of that whole thing. I mean, what am I going to do with
Ingram, yeah, he's just...
double teamed?
It's
Eliminated.
not working out for Ingram this year. With Joey Bosa and Ingram playing together, those guys were being beasts last year. One without the other, it's kind of showing that Ingram needs his buddy. He needs Bosa back in the lineup. And like I said, projected out until week 8. Don't know what you're going to do with him. Really does suck to suck because that guy is supposed to be a beast. On to number 2, and this one hurts me because he's in my lineup. He's in your lineup now.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook.
Ugh.
Now, yeah, like I said, he did play this week, so playing the suck to suck for last week. Suck to suck that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a hamstring injury. Out for what could have potentially been a really big fantasy point week for Dalvin Cook against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And then you got the the Minnesota Vikings shit in the bed against Buffalo.
Yep, not getting nothing.
What was the whole plan? Cook, makes this Minnesota Vikings team better? I don't know. I mean, they played really good with him not being allowed last year. Latavius Murray didn't get anything. So, Dalvin Cook sucks to suck, not producing as a top 5 running back this year.
No. Definitely not.
That's what I projected him. I'm sure he got projected pretty high on most fantasy sports leagues. Really, really sucks to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to number 3 for sucks to suck. That bye week.
First bye week up, and you got bench spots to fill. Oh, man. Newton, McCaffrey.
Bunches.
On the bench. Yeah, bunches.
Yeah.
The defensive end. Yep. Well, sucks to suck about that.
That's right. Sucks to suck on the bye week. Here they come, guys. You know what? You know what, Big D? What the F?
Oh, yeah, man. What the F?
Seriously, what the F? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, what the F?
When did this guy all of a sudden get the mentality that he is this huge guy, this 200-pound running back that's all of a sudden going to make a cut, take the hit, and get the extra yards?
Yeah, we get it, Jimmy. You want to win.
You want to win.
Step out of bounds. Like, take the step out of bounds. And I'm not saying that maybe if he would have just, went soft and went out of bounds, that knee doesn't buckle when he's trying to make that cut before the white line.
It wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't have been making no cut.
I'm sure he's thinking that right now, too.
He's already heading to the sidelines. All you had to do, jog out and be like, it's a good game. I'm making a comeback here. You know what? Let's do this. But no. All of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to take this hit. I'm going to cut back in and get the extra yard. Just,
I know.
What the F?
Well, at least he has a good break to write out a new playbook to work on.
Yeah, he's gone for the year. Really, really shameful on that one. But how about another what the F?
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings.
What the?
Buffalo Bills.
I know.
The point spread was 16 on this one, guys.
I know.
And they had it covered the opposite way in the first quarter. Buffalo Bills were up by 17 in the first quarter.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I watched the game. It was unreal. I mean, come on.
And it wasn't even like, it was like, okay, you know what? The defense sputtered or the offense sputtered. It was Buffalo Bills handled the Minnesota Vikings in every possibility of that game.
Yeah, because every second bounce went their way. And so they were put in perfect positions to strike. Yeah,
gotta be lucky to be good. You gotta be good to be lucky.
Absolutely, any given Sunday.
But now that Minnesota has lost 2 in a row here, I mean, what are we calling them? Are we calling them a pretender? Is this the Cousins jinx? I mean, great quarterback in Washington, but, I mean, is he not the guy that's going to lead the Minnesota Vikings to that promised land that they were hoping that when they picked him up in the offseason?
I think the Vikings are going to kid it into another gear here. This is just a figure it out with Cousins. Cousins has figured stuff out. They've got some chemistry now. Look at the comeback. They held their own with the Rams. They were 1 touchdown away from matching